they are not wasting their time because Chris Eubank Jr. is the new money. Soon we will also co-promote with Floyd Mayweather. Now the two blockages, Edward and Frank, are contained and redundant. Watch how I get Junior into position. Your and their hate will make us unstoppable. Those are the words of Chris Eubank Sr. responding to a couple of people on Twitter. One of the individuals said that James DeGale and Badu Jack are both world-level champions. Why would they waste their time with Junior? And as you see there, Chris Eubank Sr. said they're not wasting their time because Eubank Jr. is the new money. And soon we will co-promote with Floyd Mayweather. Now, if you think that those are delusions of grandeur from Chris Eubank Sr. saying we will soon co-promote with Floyd Mayweather, bear in mind that when Chris Eubank Jr. was a young professional, and I think even when he was still an amateur, Eubank Sr. sent him to go and train in the Mayweather gym. There's footage of Eubank on various different occasions, separated by years, of Eubank Jr. on the pads with Floyd Mayweather Sr. And this was long before Eubank Jr. was this big name in UK boxing like he is today. Eubank Sr. was able to send his son to the Mayweather gym because he knows the Mayweathers. I don't know how many of you realize this, but Eubank Sr. knows the Mayweathers and he's known them for a long time. He's got good relations with the Mayweather. I know some of you might not even want to hear this because you, like me, find this ITV pay-per-view, which they're doing in a couple of weeks' time, to be mutton dressed as lamb. And I understand that. But I have to inform you, right? Eubank Sr. saying what he's saying here about co-promoting with the Mayweathers is not so far-fetched because he does have a relationship with them and he has had for quite a long time. Mayweather is a fairly small outfit at the moment in the promotional world, just like the Eubanks are. If this venture, this ITV box office venture, is even moderately successful, don't be at all shocked to see some type of collaboration sooner or later between the Eubanks and the Mayweathers. Don't be shocked, people. I know the Mayweathers have been trying to do some type of collaboration, apparently, with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eubanks are able to supplant Matchroom and be the guys to do some type of deal with the Mayweather team instead. Now, obviously, the Eubanks don't have this stable of fighters that Matchroom have in order to do this Matchroom versus the money team type show. They don't have that right now, but I'm sure they could still do some type of collaboration. If Eubank was to fight one of their fighters, maybe Eubank would fight Rocky Fielding instead of, Eubank would fight J. Leon Love instead of Rocky Fielding fighting J. Leon Love. Maybe they could make that a headline fight in the United States, possibly, maybe in the UK. The Eubanks might be capable of doing that, man. I'm telling you. The Eubank name, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, carries a lot of weight with the British public. With the non-boxing fans. It carries a lot of weight. And now that they're on ITV, Lord, those casual boxing fans or straight up non-boxing fans are going to get sucked in to, if you want to call it a circus, the Eubank circus, or if you want to call it a hype train, or if you want to call it a wave, however you want to word it, they're going to get sucked right back into that again. And the Eubank name is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger over the coming years. And it's already big. They're going to cash in on it. Whether you like it or not, this is what's going to happen, people. Until Eubank Jr. gets destroyed by somebody, beaten comprehensively, then this is what's going to occur. So let me know what you think of this, people. how realistic is it for Chris Eubank Sr. to say that they may be co-promoting with Floyd Mayweather sometime in the future? And also, what do you think about him saying that Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren are contained and redundant? I don't know if he means that in terms of the grand scheme of things in boxing, that they're contained and redundant in boxing, because that would be a stretch, to say the least. But maybe he's talking about from his perspective. Maybe he's saying they're contained as in the sense that they have no control over me now. You know, the problem that they presented me before has been contained, and they're now redundant. I don't need them anymore because I'm doing a deal directly with ITV. So they're redundant to me. Perhaps that's what he means. Or maybe he's also trying to imply that they're redundant in the world of boxing. You know how he likes to troll. So drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about Chris Eubank Sr.'s tweets here, what he's saying, and the things that people are saying to him on Twitter. Is there any validity to what English, as he likes to call himself, is coming out with? Or is it all just nonsense? And are the Eubanks destined to crash and burn? Maybe they're not going to have the commercial success that I'm suggesting they're going to have. And I'm not necessarily suggesting that this pay-per-view is going to be successful. But even if it's moderately okay, it's probably going to lead to another ITV show involving the Eubanks. And the next one you have to imagine will be bigger. Here's the thing. Eubank Jr. is entertaining in the ring. He is. And he's not the biggest puncher in the world. He's got some power there, but he's not the biggest puncher in the world, which means because he's so fast, because he lets his hands go, because he's exciting, but yet he's not a one-punch merchant, most of his fights go several rounds. And they involve blistering combinations because he can't take people out one shot normally. So he has to reel off these blistering fast combinations, which are spectacular. And particularly for the casual boxing fan, they're going to look at that and say, wow, that was entertaining. Yeah. If you just went in there and hit a guy with one shot and knocked him over, it's like, But if they see a guy, if they see him go in there and hit a guy with like 20 shots and it goes 4 or 5 rounds and he's battering the guy all over the place, uppercuts and hooks, they'll think, wow, that was really entertaining. Even if it was one-sided, the casual boxing fan is going to say, I want to see more of that. So you have to bear that in mind with Eubank. They have, I know Eubank Sr. has described his son as a product, and he is a product. They have a valuable product from an entertainment point of view. They do, in Eubank Jr. So anyway, let me not go on too long. Drop your comments below. It's Hatman, I'm out.